He said, baby, I'm a dog. I just don't like the words of the song, but I love the way he sounds. I don't feel like saying I'm a mutt, girl. The song is cute though. He was on NPR, Tiny Desk. So I'm gonna watch that after I'm done with this. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, girl. Let's see what's going on, girl. I did not know that Lavar Ball said that about his wife. Hold on, let me put this. This is crazy. I'm not waiting for you all day. Ugh, that's so nasty. I was just reading about Lavar Ball and how he treated his wife after she had a stroke, and he's over there with one, got his foot amputated. He got his foot amputated. Here, somebody posted. It says the irony. This was posted yesterday. I should have read this on the other video. Girl, this is a mess, girl. Okay, so go ahead and like, subscribe, comment. Let me know you stopped by, girl. We are down here. Let's see what's going on down to the blogs.
I sponsor the now. Yes. I sponsor the blog. Let me tell you
something. We left off on Hollywood Unlocked. It says this product made the clothing brand 7 figures. It says Against My Religion sold out within 48 hours of launching and restocked. It says AMR. It just says Against My Religion. It says Against My Religion to tell you my business. Remember Onijah Robinson? So some company made a t-shirt that says Against My Religion and sweatshirts Against My Religion. And they say it's black owned, but are they going to give any money to the woman who said that? You making money off of what somebody else said. And you are hopefully you're going to give her some money. They said she is in Dubai. I don't know if she's back at home. Somebody says won't be supporting if Onijah isn't getting a cut of the revenue. She made that phrase popular. It's a hard no unless they give it 100K and some land. I know that's right. Why would I support them? No, they ran with what Onijah said and made it their own. I understand business is business, but no. How do we know if it's black owned? Don't be fooled by my people. It said if it ain't going to Onijah's legal fees, then no. Well, I hope y'all cut the check for our good sister Onijah. Onijah didn't copyright this phrase, y'all. It's up for grabs for anyone. Yes, it is up for grabs, and you mean trademark. So it is up for grabs. But the fact that she said it and became popular, if she had like lawyers and stuff like that, they could fight and say this is her phrase, right? You'd be a fool to go out and when somebody says something, they write it down, they post it, they send. People used to send mail. That was like your way of publicly um, owning something. You put it in the public domain, you say it, whether you get the trademark right away or not. The fact that you can pinpoint to the time that you said it before somebody else started to use it, or if somebody takes a trademark, you can say, well, I said this back in 2012 and you haven't seen it anywhere. I made this phrase popular. I started using it. So whether I got the trademark right now or not, I mean, you can always point back. I mean, you would have to have a lawyer to do that, to point back to when you started using it and prove it. Because they ask you when you file a trademark, when did you first use it? When did you first start using this? So it can go in alignment with if anybody else has submitted paperwork for the same trademark, they can look at the dates and, determine on what, right? So no, it's not a trademark phrase, but she made it popular, and it's not cool to go out, make a t-shirt, and then they said the clothing brand made 7 figures, and the font is not even really cute. The design is trash anyway. I'm sorry. The design is weak. It says Against My Religion. It looks like it's in what is the font? Times News Roman, and it just says AMR on top of it in a circle. And then there's a sweatshirt that says Against My Religion to tell you my business. And it's just, and it's weird because it's like all on one side. It's all to the right. It's not even centered. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But they didn't promote the clothing brand who made the money in Hollywood Unlocked. They just said, go support the brand. but you didn't put the brand. You didn't put the brand name in here. Kanye West, after further reflection, I've come to the realization that I'm not a Nazi.
Girl, stop.
Here he tweets, after further reflection, I've come to the realization that I'm not a Nazi. See, Kanye be saying stuff because he thinks he's innovative and he can get the people going. But just like Umar Johnson down there talking about the Barack Obama got into office to push the gay agenda, to make being gay, quote, normal. Like, this nigga really said that. He's really still running around with the same material, old dusty material, saying the dumb shit he says, trying to manipulate you, emotionally manipulate you with homophobia, sexism, and misogyny. Umar Johnson is such a joke, a blockhead, pig, hoghead joke. That's what he is. I don't give a fuck if he had Dr. Pig Hoghead, Dr. Hoghead joke. That's what he is. He was on the internet saying that Barack Obama was put into office to help normalize being gay, right? Black men will uphold the tenets of patriarchy, right? Even though it's white, male, heterosexual, Christian, able-bodied, and thin. I'm running out of fingers, right? The fact of the matter is he's going to do everything to uphold everything else, even though he will never get that white thing, that white part down. No matter how many non-black women he fucks, he will never get that white part down. So let me manipulate you emotionally with using race, right? I'm gonna use race, I'm gonna use gender, I'm gonna use sexuality, and I'm gonna keep you emotionally ignited. I'm going to hope that you hold homophobic views. I'm gonna hope that you have a latent disdain for women. So you could listen to my message. And his message hasn't changed. When I tell you that motherfucker hasn't updated his operating system and I don't know how long, I'm surprised he's not over there buffering. He should be. Because the shit is like, you're saying the dumbest shit. Let me go to that post. It was on Twitter. Honey, we spent some time on Twitter. Hold on, let me see. Here he is. Listen to him.
Is so he could normalize. One of the reasons Barack Obama was made president is so he could normalize.
Did you hear what that nigga just said? One of the reasons why Obama was made president. Girl. Oh, girl, hold on. I'm gonna need me a little reefer for this. This old buffering ass hog head man. Listen.
The LGBTQ agenda in the black community. One of the reasons Barack Obama was made president is so he could normalize the LGBTQ agenda in the black community. Think about it. If George Bush tried to push homosexuality in the black community, we would have rejected him. Of course. If Donald Trump tried to push homosexuality in the black community, we would have rejected him. Of course. You could only normalize that through a blackface. Black man. Obama was made president to make it normal. When Barack Obama became president, homosexuality was not a mainstream issue, nor was it accepted as a mainstream alternative to the traditional family. I gotta look at by the time he...
You see what he said? To the traditional family. He's upholding conservative ideologies just in black. That's it. That's why you gotta be careful of these niggas. They are so dangerous, so fucking dangerous.
Left office in 2008. They were.
And if you notice, anytime people agree with him, they are typically homophobic, bigots, what else? Misogynists. What else? Listen, those are the people that typically agree with him. And I think a lot of people now are like kind of looking at him like, you're a joke. You're literally a joke. You're running on the same programs, old dusty ass programs you've been saying for years, trying to uphold heterosexuality, trying to uphold Christianity in your weird ways, trying to uphold the image of male. Listen to him. I'm gonna rewind it just a little bit. I should just let him talk. It's 3 minutes, but it's so stupid that you feel like you have to stop him from talking. But let's listen. Let me just rewind it just a little bit.
A mainstream issue, nor was it accepted as a mainstream alternative to the traditional family.
I gotta look at
By the time he left office in 08, they were completely running everything.
That was
and
that
if
the year?
you even disagreed with, I'm gonna give you an example.
It is.
I do a lot of graduation speeches, right? At the June.
Okay.
Elementary.
Who the fuck is hiring Dr. Umar Johnson to come speak to some children? Girl, shame on you educators if you hired this fucking man to come speak to some children. Girl, have you realized why he doesn't have a school? You want this man to be in charge of little boys to teach them a bunch of bullshit like this? Okay.
School, middle school, high school. I normally do about 20 graduation speeches a season.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
When Barack Obama was president, I might have did 5. It dropped significantly. Schools who I normally did their commencement, they was calling me up, Dr. Umar, we can't have you speak this year. Why? The LGBTQ say you don't agree with them. You can't speak. I said, but this is a graduation speech. This ain't politics. This is motivation.
It's so funny. They say LGBTQ like it's an organization. Girl.
Get ready for the rest of your life.
Right.
What does LGBT got to do with my 10-minute speech motivating these 12th graders to make sure you do well in college?
Right.
Because despite what you think, there's some gay kids in the fucking graduating class. There's some bisexual kids in the fucking graduation class. There's some trans kids in the graduation class, you stupid motherfucker, you. Ooh, girl.
LGBT teachers, and they saying you're insensitive and you're homophobic. So I saw how not agreeing with the lifestyle could limit your opportunities in life. You had people getting fired from jobs, not for pushing hate, because I don't agree with hate.
Right.
I don't agree with the lifestyle.
Right.
But I don't want harm for any human, no matter what they say.
You don't agree with how someone lives their life. You are spending your time on earth trying to police how someone else exists. Do you realize how dangerous that is?
And that's the way to do it.
But the way that they did it was the LGBTQ said, to disagree with me is to hate me. They created a narrative that if you disagree, you support violence against me.
Right.
Yes, you
don't
do.
want us to work. You want us to be shot, killed, maybe. We never said that.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
We just said we don't agree with the lifestyle.
Right.
But they turned it into a whole campaign against anybody who disagreed with it. And that's another reason why a lot of people didn't vote for Kamala Harris, black men. Because they got tired of the effeminization, and then they took it to Africa. Obama started it.
He's trying to get all his dog whistles out in the time that he has. You listen, he's just scrambling. That's why he has to get everything in there: race, effeminization, homophobia, misogyny. You got to get Kamala in there. That's why they didn't vote for that woman, right? Listen to him. He's trying to get all the dog whistles out. Watch, listen. Let me go back a little bit.
Right, but I don't want harm for any human, no matter what their situation is.
That's the way to do it.
But the way that they did it was the LGBTQ said, to disagree with me is to hate me. They created a narrative that if you disagree, you support violence against.
The crazy part is that you actually believe that you have some sort of ability or position to tell someone you don't agree with their existence and how they move in life, even though they are not causing harm to anyone, even though there are consenting adults, they're not bothering nobody, and you don't agree, and therefore parameters and measures need to be put in place so that because I don't agree with the way that you exist. These are black people saying stuff like this. Yes, isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Because while you're sitting there, because that makes you feel powerful, because while you're sitting there, while you're sitting there, you're a black man and you will never, ever, ever, what did Kanye say? Get to the power position. But you're going to spend time upholding the tenets of patriarchy, the tenets of the illusion of white superiority. You're using the same exact tactics and strategies that they use against you. They. But because you feel some kind of power in being misogynistic and homophobic, that is going to be your damn message. Your bigotry, that is going to be your message. When you're no different than the people who you claim are oppressing you and giving you such a hard time for being a black man. Listen to him. He needs to get all his dog whistles out.
That's the way to do
But
it.
the way that they did it was the LGBTQ said to disagree with me is to hate me. They created a narrative that if you disagree, you support violence against me.
Right.
You don't want us to work. You want us to be shot, killed, man.
Yeah.
We never said that.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
We just said we don't agree with the lifestyle.
Right, right.
But they turned it into a whole
Nigga, who the fuck
campaign
are you?
against anybody who disagreed with it.
Who are
And
you?
that's another reason why a lot of people didn't vote for Kamala Harris, black men, because they got tired of the effeminization, and then they took it to Africa. Obama started it. He went to Africa. He went to Liberia. He went to Rwanda, a couple other places. He said, if you don't legalize gay marriage, we cutting off your aid. Now, mind you, this is the oldest civilization on earth. How you going to go to the oldest people in the world and say, if you don't legalize same-sex marriage, we're going to cut your aid off?
If you go to the oldest of people in the world, you will realize they don't even have, there's no distinction of gender. Right? If you go to the oldest people in the world, there's no gender distinction. None of that. There's no patriarchy. If you go to the oldest people in the world, none of this shit that he's talking existed until after the Bronze Age. After that, none of this bullshit. If you go to Africa in some of the tribes, there's no gender distinction. You go to Asia, you can hear even when you hear, especially Southeast Asians, there's no gender. And that's why sometimes they say he when they're talking about women, and she, because there's no gender. There's no distinction. That's some white shit, bro. That's all he's doing is upholding that shit. But black. He is so ignorant and misguided and sitting down information. You know what he sounds like? You know that last booth at the barber shop that's not rented, and that dusty old bitter ass black man who has ash right here is dry as fuck between his finger, his thumb, and his index finger, and he's sitting over there with his bitter ass talking a bunch of shit to everybody that comes and sits down and gets their hair cut. That's what the fuck he sounds like. Listen to him. And that's what that they did it. They took it to Africa. He took it to Africa. The LGBTQ. That's so they did it. They did it. It's them. They did it.
So that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, because you don't go to Africa to help. You go to force this.
He did that for real?
Yes, he did. And then Kamala Harris did it. She did it. They all did it. So a lot of us, especially the Pan-Africanists, be like, nah, we can't support that type of a lifestyle. So I think a lot of people got tired of all these rogue agendas of the Democratic Party. And I'm going to be honest with you, out of all of them, I think it was the transgenders participating in sports that really broke the back.
Yeah. Because don't nobody fuck with that.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody, like, I don't know nobody who support that except them.
Democrat, Republican.
Absolutely. Like, they went too far.
That's crazy.
One of the reasons.
Isn't that crazy? He had to get the trans folks in. The LGBTQ, he talk about it like it's an LLC. Girl. Umar don't love black people. He loves white Christian ideas of what black people are supposed to be. He actually hates any future that does not profit black heterosexual men solely and keeps the rest of us under their thumb, right? Patriarchy and black. That's all it is. That's all it is. But you forget that under a system of that white patriarchy, your blackness puts you in the LGBTQ community, girl. Your blackness makes you queer, sweetie. While you upholding all this shit, but at the same time turn around and say, woe is me, I'm a woe is me ass black man, and everything is on my back. Well, you upholding that motherfucker's rules. We don't agree with that lifestyle, nigga. Who the fuck are you to even have whether you agree or disagree? It's nothing for you to have an opinion on whether you agree or disagree on it. There's no approval needed of you or anybody else. Bayard Rustin was one of the biggest contributors to the civil rights movement, openly gay and active in the community service. We have always been here, and yet we get dismissed so easily. Because that's why I'm telling you, when you are when you are hinging on the social construct of race, right? And you jump up every time somebody says black, 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 black. You jump up and you ready to defend, and you ready to, put your picket signs, you ready to burn the town down, all of that, right? You do that, but when it comes time to you as a woman, or you as one of the LGBTQ LLC, that if you part, you're not, that blackness is not considered first or priority. He sounds like, I said, oh, look, a misogynist trying to emotionally manipulate people with homophobia. Umar is predictable. We know our LGBTQIA cousins have existed before 2009. This weirdo has been grifting homophobes and misogynists for too long. Umar is pushing a male agenda full of ignorance and hate. Black, straight, Christian, cisgender. Don't forget, cisgender. Don't forget that. That is what they're upholding. Black, male, heterosexual, Christian. That's what they're upholding. It's just patriarchy noir. That's all it is. That is all it is. And because you are so tethered to your racial identity in that way, you can be emotionally manipulated with the homophobia, the transphobia, all of that. That is how they get you. When you have those ideologies that you don't agree with something, like, who the fuck are you? Nobody. You're literally nobody to be telling somebody whether you agree or disagree with their existence. Nigga, who gives a fuck? Oh, you're mad because the people are not hiding. The people are speaking up. The people are coming down here sharing their experiences. The people are not ashamed of themselves. That you being shaming people, we're not talking about this and that's done. The people are tired of hiding themselves. That's what you don't like. You want people to hide themselves. Because this idea, oh, they're pushing an agenda. You are too. You are pushing an agenda. You are definitely pushing an agenda. And for what? You have moved nothing. Has Umar Johnson ever written any kind of policy or bills or anything? Has he ever? No, nigga, you just fucking talking. Shut your fucking ass up. When I tell you, I'm so annoyed by the rhetoric because it's so predictable. You can see right through it. Girl, you don't have nothing else to say? It's the same shit coming out of his mouth every single time. Somebody said, well, black men did vote for Kamala. Umar had no idea what he's talking about. Obama wasn't even vocally supportive of marriage equality when he was president until he was pushed. How can he care about all black people when he doesn't care about LGBTQ people? Black men did vote for Kamala. Mind you, LGBTQ and black women are the first to take the streets and protest when one of these guys gets shot by a cop. Also, the reading level in this country amongst black men is around 4th grade. A school could help with that. In conclusion, where is his lady friend and kids? A little too old and public facing for us to not have seen one. Ooh, they calling you out. Where's your family, nigga? Where's your family? Who are your people over there with that damn Frederick Douglass haircut? Remember that? Have y'all seen that picture of Umar with that Frederick Douglass? I don't know if it was a wig. I don't know what he was doing with his hair. The fact that you guys listen to Umar is brazy. I gotta go. Imagine pushing freedom in a community that champions freedom and then saying it's part of a separate agenda. Love to hear this. I was already tuning him out already. This level of ignorance is astounding. Black voices using political rhetoric from MAGA to demonize other black voices. Another reasons why there's so few black leaders. Y'all don't get tired of talking about this alleged LGBTQ agenda, like for real. This is basically what I heard from them. It don't matter to me because ultimately aligning themselves with supremacy-minded folks. Not all conservatives are racist, but racists are overwhelmingly conservative. Their ideology has always been the same, no matter the label. Black men can only be masculine when ruled by white men. Is that where they feel safest? They love the status quo. The homosexual agenda was pushed on black women before Obama. Y'all begged females for threesomes and to experience beat your dicks to lesbian porn promoted in songs and lyrics and music videos. Only when a nigga's involved, you remember it's gay and bad and turn to your Bibles. Oops. Oops. Wow, a broken clock is correct a couple times a day. Shout out to Umar here. No, there's no shout out. How's the school coming along? This is so silly. Obama was a great president, and Kamala would have been 1,000 times better than 47. The most shocking thing from this clip is Umar does commencement speeches. That part. They would rather be oppressed than let some niggas who gonna be gay regardless be gay out loud. That's it. They have to police the heterosexual part of that construct. They have to police the gender identity of that construct. He is effectively doing the work of the patriarchy. That's all he's doing, is to keep you in that box. Anything outside of that box is a threat. And for what? People living and existing as they are is how they're threatened by that. It's literally like the Matrix. Agent Smith, that's why I call them Agent Smiths, running around making sure that everyone is fitting into this box. And that's what they run around and do. I gotta go. So don't listen to that hog head cheese looking built built like built like some hog head cheese. A pack of hog head cheese built motherfucker. That's exactly what he looked like. The square head motherfucker around here. Talking shit, the dumbest things, just saying the dumbest things. Using homophobia, using misogyny. And the only people who agree with him, you look at their views. They're homophobics, transphobic. They are misogynists. They hate women, even the women that follow him. When you say you don't agree with the way somebody exists, something is wrong with your brain. You should go get it scanned or something. Anyways, y'all, I gotta go. Right. The shit don't stop just because you disagree. Girl, shut the fuck up. You ain't moving nothing. The problem isn't just with you disagreeing with the lifestyle. It's because you don't stop at just agreeing with the lifestyle. You make other feels like it's okay to scrutinize and ridicule people of that demographic. Then it trickles down to our government officials who use it as political tactics in order to gain votes by stripping away the rights of those individuals. Stop saying all I'm doing is disagreeing. You're spreading harmful, intolerant messaging, and it becomes a bigger social and political problem, period. I'm glad the comments are like, girl, shut the fuck up. That's what I'm saying. It's like that rhetoric, you're gonna have to eventually like evolve out of that rhetoric. That hinging on like those patriarchal ideologies and then just basically emboldening them to use the same shit against you, and then you come back and complain, oh, woe is me, I'm a black man and the world is so hard on me. Girl, shut up. You using the same tools they using on you using the same tools trying to get everybody to fit into the same fucking box. Girl, go away. Get your black ass out of here, girl. Anyways, y'all gotta go. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.